Welcome to the stream. You can see sort of everyone's names. I'm Jana, we've got Viper with us, we've got Halia with us, and then we have Business and America.
Hi guys. Hi, I'm Business.
Thank you for being here. And yeah, I think by now most people know me and they know Halina. And Viper, do people know you?
I don't know. I'm Viper from the 42nd Motorized Infantry Battalion. I'm a Sergeant Major, or Sergeant of SWAT company. Yeah, and also part of Project Constantine as a volunteer.
And then
and the most important part, hey.
And I'm married to Halina. Halina, moja družina. So, yeah.
And then America and Business, can you tell us a bit about yourselves as well?
I'm Ukrainian. I started to work for armed forces about a year, and I'm starting to producing and creating some drones. It's drones with fixed wings. So this conversation will be about this.
Alinochka, can you ask Business to tell us about himself?
Janочka, it's very interesting moderation. Okay, Business. I know, guys. I know Business. It's very strange for me because usually we use just names. Now when we are limited by YouTube and security rules, yeah, please share with us, пане Business. Поділіться з нами вашу історію трошки.
Тобто, в цивільному житті я працював просто електрогазозварником, їздив навіть до Європейського Союзу працювати, варив кораблі, працював з більш-менш інженерними спорудами, металоконструкціями. Після чого почалась війна, пішов до війська. На той час вже в мене в Україні був невеличкий свій такий бізнес.
Хвилиночку, можна, бо я все не запам'ятаю. Yeah, it's moments of translation. Yeah, I will not keep everything in my mind during like long conversation. So, Business has experience to be engineer, electric and gas welder, and he already was working in Europe. But when war was beginning, he started being a service in 77 Brigade. І можете продовжити?
Так, а далі прийшов до війська. Я вже, коли почалась війна в Україні, я вже працював в Україні, я мав був фізична особа-підприємець, тобто, і коли почалась війна, пішов до війська. А тут вже почав займатися дронами. Спочатку пройшов, ви, мабуть, переведіть це, а там далі коротеньку історію розкажу.
Да, я трошки забігла наперед, можете продовжити.
Ага. А далі пройшов Бахмут. Почалося у мене все з Бахмута. Був Бахмут. Взагалі 77-ма пройшла Солидар, Бахмут, Білогорівка. І ось вже 2 роки, потім 2 роки тут на Куп'янському напрямку.
Yeah, tough story of Brigade. So Business Colson is because he already started business in Ukraine just before war, but war put pause in this, and he serves a long time with 77 Brigade. And during this time, 77 was in Solidar, in
Bakhmut.
Bakhmut. Yeah,
Білогорівка.
Bilogorivka.
Білорівка.
It's hot areas. It's not just somewhere to protect our border, but it's like really we are familiar with these places. Yeah, our project and our guys and people who we support and whom we love also been in Bakhmut, served there. But last 2 years, 77 Brigade is serving in Kupiansk direction. Так, можете.
Ну, а далі вже тут на Куп'янському напрямку мені став цікавий, так як почали поширюватись дрони, став цікавий напрямок дронів, після чого зацікавила можливість відрізати логістику для ворога уже подалі, щоб вони не підходили сюди до нас ближче, і тим самим ми полегшували собі оборону.
So it was interested for business to be part of drone movement of Brigade, and now it's interesting and very necessary to be part of breaking logistic for orcs, for Russians, and to do like easier service for another parts of Brigade.
Super. Okay, so can I ask you guys, how has your work in civilian life helped you or like contributed to what you do now? Are there things that you took from civilian life and your civilian job that you're like, oh, I'm glad I learned how to do this because now I can do it in military?
Переведу. Як ваш досвід, який ви мали в цивільному житті, робочий досвід і скіли, ваші можливості сьогодні допомагають вам в службі? Що ви використовуєте з того, що мали в цивільному житті, з досвіду, з навчання сьогодні?
Ну, наприклад, мій попередній технічний досвід, те, що я працював з кораблями, те, що я працював з металоконструкціями, я вмів читати креслення, і на даний момент технічні питання мені даються набагато легше, так як я вже трохи в цьому розбирався, правда, в іншому напрямку.
So business says that he previously had technical professional experience, and it's easy to him to read design drawings and to understand how everything have worked, and everything in this way.
And you, America?
Okay. My way of engineering started in 2022 when the war started. So a lot of people started to move from territories that was bombed. It was volunteer boom. So a lot of people started to volunteer. So I'm jumped into this volunteer jobs, and I started to do everything what I can. So it was built for people who run from war, and it was about a year. And after a year of this volunteer, I found a Deutschland project that started to help Ukrainian schools, colleges, universities, and different companies, organizations to move up. So they proposed to make courses, 3D modeling courses, engineering, electronics, and all of this kind of knowledge. So after 2 years of working with this organization, volunteering and making different courses, I started to clearly 3D printing, making models, soldering, and other stuff that is very helpful now, because I can make stuff,
Yeah.
And you now explained like every step of building drone.
Yeah. I think something that I've seen that is interesting is a lot of volunteers are now military because you see, it just makes more sense. Oh, if you do volunteer work, you're like, but I can use these skills to kill orcs. So,
Yeah.
so I just want to say to our viewers, welcome. I see we have our usual awesome people in chat. I do want to tell you guys we are fundraising, and we're going to talk more about that during the stream. So we are fundraising for a new mobile position that the guys are opening, and we're going to discuss that. But yeah, we're looking at about just under $10,000. We've already bought some of the equipment already. So we have already bought a generator for the guys and a Fossibot. And then also we bought a remote control and a monitor. So we've already bought equipment of about $2,500. And that is awesome that we've been able to do that. And the reason we're able to do that is thanks to your like monthly donations, that we have this backup money for these emergency things. So just want to say thank you to everyone who is doing that. And yeah, so why did your unit establish the internal production of FPV fixed wing drones?
У нас я перепрошую, у нас на секундочку пропав інтернет, і ми не до кінця почули запитання.
Janочка, please repeat because I listen
Oh,
to another.
okay. Why did your unit establish internal production of FPV fixed wing drones?
Чому ваш підрозділ, батальйон засновує власне
Ну, тому що ми багато залежимо від виробників, і не завжди може наш підрозділ, нам не завжди вистачає засобів ураження. І тому не вистачає, і ми чекаємо, доки нам його підвезуть і ще щось дадуть. Можливо, Віталій ще щось хоче, Америка хоче щось додати.
Okay, yes.
Can translate it? Я переведу.
Please.
There is a problem that we often sit with, that we need to wait because we are dependent from producers, from manufacturers. So, and sometimes we have this time where we just have to wait, but we need this more urgent. Yeah. And Pan America може добавити.
And it is very common now. It is it can change some rules of our work with orcs. So we can kill them more precisely.
Or
Yeah.
more effectively.
More effective.
More
Yeah.
effectively, yes.
Oh. So we do have Sparber saying, meanwhile, so he is referring to the courses that you helped with, America, where he says that they are still doing the engineering courses in Germany, and they are teaching the whole process from 3D architecturing, printing, assembling, wiring, and soldering. So, yeah. Then, next question that I have here. What, like, operational limits have you seen with the commercially available drones? And like, why did you decide, okay, we need to adapt faster?
Okay.
Halina, can you
Halina.
translate?
I have to translate this to Ukrainian to be able to.
It's in the document.
Я з якими експлуатаційними обмеженнями ви зіткнулись при використанні комерційно доступних систем?
Ну, комерційно доступні системи мають декілька обмежень. Тобто вони часто не розраховані на військові навантаження, мають меншу дальність польоту і слабший захист від радіоелектронної боротьби.
Переведу. What they already used commercial available system, they have several limitations. They are not often designed for military loads. They have shorter range and weaker protection against electronic warfare.
Можливо, Америка хоче додати.
Okay, it was clear. Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. And what role does these reconnaissance fixed wing drones that you do, what does it do? It does reconnaissance, but can you explain a bit more?
What type of reconnaissance does the drones do?
Yeah.
What do you use them for?
Які ролі виконує ваша розвідувальна платформа з фіксованим крилом?
Наша платформа, вона забезпечує, виконує роль очей підрозділу, забезпечує довготривале спостереження, збір даних про позиції противника та коригування артилерії. Завдяки більшій дальності польоту і стабільності вона дозволяє отримувати точну інформацію, де інші засоби розвідки менш ефективні.
So this reconnaissance platform which guys are creating, they serves as a unit's eyes, and their difference is in a long distance opportunities. It provides long duration observation, collect data on enemy positions, and adjusts artillery fire. Thanks to its greater range and stability, it enables accurate intelligence gathering the other reconnaissance tools and less effective. I would like to translate from technical to like human language. I'm engineer with a long experience in engineering. Yeah, but in English for me it's also something new.
Must I try?
Yeah, can you please to share? Yeah, and
Okay, so pretty much what fixed wing does, fixed wing reconnaissance allows you to go further back, so you can see logistics from the enemy. You can see what is coming way more in advance. As everybody knows, movement is very difficult within our areas of operation. So you can disrupt actually their supply line to their frontal positions, their ammunition, You can disrupt their people movement. Normally, the reserves are not that far back, about 30 kilometers or 40 kilometers. So once you can actually see and actually strike there, it gives you the capability to cut off frontal positions from your rear position, which makes it highly ineffective for them, and also dislodges units from command structure.
Can I ask from my side a question to our guests?
Of course.
So Project Austin already we bought, I think, more than 10 Mavics during last 1.5 year. And some mattresses, it's a translation, bigger
Matrice.
mattress. Yeah, mattress. Because other guys call them mattresses, so for me it's mattresses.
The reason I keep saying it is matras is mattress in Afrikaans. So for me, I
Yeah,
keep
so
thinking we're buying
once the mattress is flying, then the Russians go succeed. What do you mean?
So why we now are changing from this already so familiar to us technology for new technology? Чому, коли ми вже, I will translate. Наш проект забезпечив останні 1,5 роки всі наші підопічні бригади, всі 3 мавіками і ретрансляторами матриць. І цікаво, чому зараз навіть запитів до нас стало набагато менше з цим. Але запити на те, щоб купити 3D-принтер, допомогти з розробками, їх стало більше. В чому різниця, наприклад, Мавіка і тих систем, що робите ви? Бо Мавіки теж, я так розумію, більше для збору даних, ніж для скидів.
Так, але діло в тому, що Мавіки і Матрикси зараз стають все менш доступними. Навіть маючи певну суму коштів, яку ми там самостійно можемо зібрати з нашого забезпечення, їх не завжди можна купити. І ми вирішили, а нам потрібно боронити нашу державу, наші кордони. І от так це нас надихнуло на те, щоб почати виготовляти свої дрони, які нам допоможуть у цьому. Можливо, Америка хоче щось додати.
Можете
Добре, я додам вже українською, так трошки зручніше буде.
Тоді я переведу і потім
Так, добре.
So the first, and just listen carefully, guys said, because it's not easy for us to collect our money and to ourselves buy Mavic for our needs. Yeah, it's what they do usually, and it's not like unrare situation. It's usual situations that militaries like inspired people who want really to do difference. They buy by themselves. Like collect money from their salary part by part. The same like paying sterling, the same like doing repair of their auto. So all these guys see, and they said it's not just difficult to collect a huge amount of money, because we know it's like $6,500 per one Mavic 3T, or now it's 40, or maybe maybe a little bit cheaper hotel, but still we had gap in Ukraine where we just couldn't buy it in Ukraine, like to find in Ukraine. Yeah, we also been in this gap. It's when generation was changed from 3 to 4, and it takes several months. Yeah, that's why this growing need inspired guys to create systems by themselves, because we don't have opportunity like Moscow call to China or to Iran and say, hey, send us. Yeah.
And just to say what Helena is speaking about. The other thing that you must understand is people think that you take a Mavic or you take a hotel and you can immediately put it on a Frontline. No, you can't. There's programming that needs to be done on the chipsets for electronic warfare. There is manipulation of the standard drone that you would get from the manufacturer. I know, like Elena's now, you guys has done that 3T and 3 Pro for us, and it takes about a week and a half for them to get the chipset ready for it to be able to go to the front line. And there's technique involved. It's not just so even something that is off the shelf needs to be manipulated, encrypted, and changed before we can actually move it to the front line and use it.
And
Yeah.
in this subject, we have question. Sperber. I hope I spell correct.
Yeah, так.
It's in Ukraine, that's why I want to read. Оскільки 77 має власні майстерні, чи можете ви самостійно модифікувати прошивку, щоб, наприклад, використовувати додаткові датчики, такі як лідар або інші інструменти картографування?
I can answer.
Can you wait?
I
Let
keep
me.
quiet.
Halina, can you translate the question in English as well so that chat knows?
Yeah, you read it very perfectly in Ukrainian, but please explain.
If you want, I
Lidar.
can quickly translate it.
Yes,
No.
cannot go to.
It's very
What?
technical question, so
Okay, let's see if Google is fast enough. Okay, since the 77th has its own workshops, can you modify the firmware yourself to, for example, use additional sensors such as LiDAR or other mapping tools? Okay, now you guys can answer Halina's question.
Тепер зараз
Ви
можна додати.
Так, добре. Я думаю, що більш по технічним таким деталям, то Америка більш розгорнуту відповідь вам зможе надати.
Окей. Тобто, ми не є обмежені абсолютно ні в яких змінах, будь-яких дронах, які нам доступні. Це будуть мавіки, це будуть Метріс, чи це будуть FPV-дрони, чи це будуть FPV-крила. Ми є, у нас в 77-й бригаді всі майстерні, котрі мають змогу, вони працюють завжди на більше покращення тих характеристик, які вже є.
Окей, так, якщо я уловила суть. We are not limited in improvement what we already used. So all our labs, they are working to grow opportunities of new technology. Yeah. So as we use Mavics, matrices, FPV,
Fixed wing.
There we go.
звичайні FPV, як
FPV, звичайно, да, ми так їх і називаємо. First person view drone. Quadrocopter.
Okay.
With four legs, and this new type with fixed wings. Yeah, so we just work for improving what is already we used. Improving is correct word. To do better. Yeah.
Improving.
Improve. Right word. Awesome.
Berber say I'm okay.
Okay, so one of the things that we have seen
it was
sorry.
From 77, but Viper wanted to say from his experience. Yeah,
sorry, go ahead.
It's just remember that when you look at quadrocopters, like I've said many times, they're inherently not aerodynamical. So the amount of energy that they need to burn for them to stay in the air is a lot more than a fixed wing. That's why fixed wing assets can travel further. If you can travel further, you can then eliminate, or you can identify and eliminate way deeper within the Russian lines. So that's what makes it so important to not just, yes, do we still see a lot of Mavics, still see a lot of matrices, vampires, all of that? Yes, we do. But we need to, the front line has shifted. It used to be 50 meters from each other in 2022. In 2023, it moved to about 100 meters from each other, 200 meters from each other. Now we're sitting with a gray zone that is way bigger than that, and we need to adapt for us to be able to still be effective in what we do.
Yeah, I think that's an important thing for yes.
Yeah, I also want to ask, do you see that we are not first in this movement? For us, it's like вынуждена мера.
We're
That
playing
we
catch up with
yeah, that
Yeah.
we have to answer in this way, but it wasn't our initiative, or it was Ukrainian side initiative for this prolonged distance of drone job.
Look, if you look at apparently the historics of it, Alain, you know, when did you first heard about Shahid and actually experience it?
Shahid,
Way
like
back,
usually
yeah,
in
way back.
Odessa. So I know that.
Yeah, so way back in 2022. So did we play catch up? I think yes, we did. But I also think, are we more advanced than them at the moment? Yes, I would think so. The tools are there for both sides, but it's how you utilize the tools. And then you get back into the Russian military doctrine and how they operate. I think that is where the ineffectiveness between the two sides are seen. My honest opinion.
Я переведу. Да. Хлопці, моє питання було таке, як ви вважаєте, чи як ви побачили, це пролонгувати дистанцію, да, усовершенствувати дрони до моменту, де ми будемо на довгій дистанції і на довший час мати доступ до збору даних чи обстрілів через дрони, скидів через дрони. Це винуждена міра наша як вже відповідь на те, що орки усовершенствували свої технології, чи це ми почали втілювати більш такі поглиблені і дальші дистанції?
Та, в принципі, діло в тому, що почали приблизно ми однаково, але є певні моменти в тому, що у нас не завжди у нас не завжди є засоби, щоб виготовити те. А у них уже воно на військовому, на військових рейках стоїть. Тобто їм сказали, і вони вже роблять. А у нас це треба самим починати, а тоді вже підхвачують і підтримують.
As I was thinking, guys said that we are just more clever Ukrainians.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Yes.
I will translate and say, okay. So business said that probably we like one by one step, yeah, with orcs in the same level. But difference is that they have this production in military manufacturers, and when there is a command for them use, they use. For us, it's a command use, but we need to create, build, and then use. So we. That's why I say we are more clever, because no one do this for us. We do this for ourselves, yeah, and quick respond.
Добре.
Да.
So all of help, all of donations, all of small parts of help for us, for our military, for our forces, for our 77 is very important. Is very важливо.
Important, yeah.
Important, because orcs are not stupid. Orcs
No.
are very and very хитрі. Як буде хитрі?
Sneaky.
They're very sneaky and very shitty. Sneaky and shitty. It's very bad for
Combination, yeah, for us.
for that there are four times more orcs than us.
Mhm.
Then we need just improve ourselves, improve our technologies in 4 times faster than it can be. Ну,
Трохи емоції. Трохи емоції пішли.
Так.
I just want to say something about that and about the innovation side. And it's something that you guys might have seen if you've looked at the news. But an article came out from the Wall Street Journal about how there was a training exercise last year between 12 NATO countries and Ukrainian drone experts. And NATO, the article's headline is NATO has seen the future and is unprepared. Okay. But there's one instance where a single team of 10 Ukrainians acted as like the enemy and counterattacked the NATO forces. In about half a day, they mock destroyed 17 armored vehicles and conducted 30 strikes on other targets. And Viper, I know you did. Can you talk about the training experience you had where the guys were like, hey, please don't attack? So, yeah.
So we went for most of the guys that's got officer's rank or that's trying to get somewhere needs to go to one of the NATO countries for what we call VOS 100 training, which is Commander Villadeel near course, or you're going to go for command course. And I was fortunate enough to be one of the first foreigners that went for with the Ukrainians over to the UK for 6 weeks for this training. And we do obviously assaults, counter assaults, things like that. And like the first time we started planning, the NATO instructor said, okay, guys, so how would you do this? And we were like, okay, drone this, drone this, drone this, we can do this drone can do this. And so they asked us, but so what are you going to do? I said, well, why do we need to go into why do we need to go in if we've got the drones? And they're like, no, but okay, there's no drones. And I'm like, no, but that's not reality for us. For us, reality would be to be able to use all the equipment and technologies that we were used to on the front line. And they're like, no, but you can't. Then our exercises won't work. And eventually what happened was the last 2 days, the second last day before we came back to Ukraine, I sat with a delegation of Australians and Finnish instructors, and I literally opened up and explained to them why the program that are given by NATO needs to be updated, and because in reality it will not never be that. I mean, to storm and to clear buildings is not something you would do, because you would normally send your vampire first, your reconnaissance drone, after that your vampire, and it will literally just level the building and all orcs that's in it. Yes, my guys are still doing clearances, but it's very, very difficult and very, very, very highly skilled. So I think, and that day, literally all I did is spending time with like senior lieutenants in those armies, and from the UK itself. One of my sergeants went after me, and already they started to adapt the training program. They were allowed to then start using drones more. So it's positive in a sense that it was nice to actually help them, because they don't have a faintest idea of how it works in reality.
Mm.
And they're open and honest with it. Yes, if you speak to the generals, they will probably tell you, oh no, we prepared. But when you speak to lieutenants, sergeants, senior sergeants, they will tell you, or sergeant majors, they will tell you, no, please help, please explain to us, because we don't understand.
Mm. Halinot? You want do you want to translate? America, do you maybe want to add something to that? Or
Ми обговорювали цей інцидент. Да? Нещодавно був рапорт опублікований, коли 10 дронерів українських зробили 2 батальйони військ НАТО. І Viper поділився, що майже рік назад він був на навчаннях в Британії. Він був першим від України посланим закордонним військовим ЗСУ, який мав отримати там в Британії навчання для того, щоб бути сержантом. І на протязі 6 тижнів йому казали, ні, ви не можете робити це. Зараз скажу. Кожне завдання, місія, яка прописувалась там для тренування, Viper казав, ребята, нам треба спочатку дронами зробити то, розвідувальну роботу, там ще, а йому казали, ні, ну не дивись, нема дронів, дронів не існує, що ти будеш робити? Він каже, так це нереально, нема такої війни, де нема дронів більше, що ви нас тут хочете навчити? І останні 2 дні свого навчання він проводив тренінг для всіх сержантів-лейтенантів, які були там, які далі проводили тренування вже для українців наступні курси. І він саме вводив їх в курс, як ми застосовуємо технології. І потім наступний сержант з його батальйону відмітив, що вони зробили великий прогрес в навчанні, вони внесли коректировки і вже вони ураховують можливість мати розвіддані чи скиди дронами. Тож зараз навчання натовське для українців, воно вже змінилося. От. Хочете якось прокоментувати?
Навчання це дуже чудово, що воно змінилося і що воно уже практикується так, як з дронами. Тому що навіть у нас спочатку було ми не знали, що таке дрони, поки були на навчаннях у нас тут в Україні. Але коли прийшли на лінію фронту, то трохи задумалися і дякувати Богу, що тут на місці уже перед тим, як іти до бою, у нас було ще злагодження, і ми ще тут в 77-й бригаді, у нас завжди проходять злагодження, навчання. То, що було там, це одне, а тут це ще зовсім інше доповнення до того, що було там.
Угу. Я переведу, це дуже чудово. As business said, in Ukraine, situation with basic training is not really different, which we heard from Viper, because using drones in basic training also wasn't shared. And they had, thanks to God, their own trainings, like team building and trainings in technologies inside 77 Brigade. So we know that for now it's common situation when really inspired new guys or guys who want to change their specification of serving, they have possibility be commanded from be sent from brigade inside brigade to another training courses, specific training courses. So 77, they have this training before coming to every mission. They have trainings for specialization, especially with drone technologies. Дякую.
Така пауза.
Yeah. So we have Martin in chat who says, I'm from the UK. I have now an idea of what Viper said. And then Mick Riley says, NATO needs observers embedded to learn the tactics and to also see what Ukraine needs. Mick, I hear you, but also, when is NATO going to do something about that? Because Russia has violated the airspace several times of NATO countries. And every time they just call Article 4, which just means let's have a meeting about what just happened. So at this point, I'm like, I'm not really sure Russia is scared of NATO because they've shown that NATO does meetings and that's it.
I can say from Ukrainian side, yeah, when we have these night strikes of drones, like 400 drones, 500 drones, and some of them are going to Romania or to Poland, and we have these jokes. Okay, in this time, they will be very worried about, or they will just ignore this fact. So there is no third variant. Just do this, or be ignored, or very worried. Yeah, but when it will be like some answer, no, yeah, in after 4 years we are not really in the writing of answer. We understand that we don't know a lot about politics, with politic way.
We know
Don't
one
about
thing about
peace
politics.
or
One thing. They talk a
yeah.
lot of shit and do nothing. So for us, at the end of the day, I think about 2 years in for me, um, Aline, that I watch, but it's like halfway through, I'm just like, you know what? If I still have to hear the same shit that is circulating in media every, sorry for the word, fucking day, now I just want to puke, to be honest with you, because it's the same shit every day. One, it's a fact. ZSU will not allow to capitulate. That won't happen. That's a fact. I can tell you that. And you can ask these two soldiers. There's no way that our brothers and sisters has paid with blood and their lives, and we give it away. And two, Trump can pressure whatever he wants to pressure. He will not be able to resolve this war. End of story. No matter what shit flows out of his mouth and all of his deputies and vice presidents' mouths, they don't understand and they don't know. That's it.
Guys, do you want to add on to that? Maybe?
So you want me to translate all this, yeah?
Будь ласка. Будь ласка.
Ми говорили про пасивність з боку військ НАТО, з боку країн Європейського Союзу і військ НАТО, що вони не можуть дати якогось отпору. І про те, що політики говорять багато, але фізично ми не бачимо змін, які були б примінені на сторону України, що касається ЗСУ. Тобто ми не бачимо якихось тактичних підходів. Вони не приїжджають сюди навчатися, вони не приїжджають на місце навчатися тим технологіям, які у нас є сюди. Да? Вони не заінтересовані. От. Але виражають крайню стурбованість.
Ну, я можу. Я скажу, що це не є дуже добре, тому що війна рухається вперед, вона не стоїть на одному місці. І, можливо, вони зараз недооцінюють трохи тієї ситуації, яка склалася, і це може обернутися дуже погано для того всього.
So business have his concept that it looks like they don't value dangerous of this technology war, and in this reason they don't have serious attention to this, which can have serious consequences for them, because it's really dangerous war if you don't understand, if you're not growing step by step like we are growing. For us it's adjusting every day in technology, but for them it's like people who use phone like with disk, and give them now this, like for my grandpa.
So landline to cell phone.
Yeah. So, not very adequate, but okay.
I do just want
something from me, so
I do just want to say thank you to Linda Hayes for donating $50, and she says, "Hope this helps. Stay safe and strong." Thank you, Linda.
thank you.
Super.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Please, our guest in chat, you can send us your questions to our guest, because we have a list of very specific and very serious question, but if you want to know something, please ask. If not, we will read all the serious question to the end of our time.
We do. Okay. So then we have.
У нас мало не сів ноутбук, і в останню секунду Америка встиг включити в розетку.
And I heard somebody made a donut. Who is this?
Linda Hayes.
Linda, thank you very much for donation. We are appreciating this very much. You are helping for our country and for our lives and lives of our families. Thank you.
Yeah, it's true. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to go on to our next long list serious topic. And it's something that we've seen here in Project Constantine, where we used to get asked for drones. We used to get asked for like, hey, can we get Mavics? Can we buy like ready-made FPVs, right? But something we've seen is now we have guys asking, instead of wanting fully assembled drones, they're asking for like individual components, or they're asking for 3D printers, or laser cutters. So we've helped the 67
Yeah.
with that. So
77.
for you guys, we've helped you too now, but we used the 67th and now we're helping you, and we've helped the 42nd. So everyone is doing this. And if you speak to other charities and NGOs who help the soldiers, it's the same thing. We're all, when we talk to each other, we see the same thing. From your side, why do you think this change has happened? Like, why are you guys asking now for the equipment to make your own stuff instead of, and we kind of covered this earlier, but can you still?
Yeah, we little bit answered before. So we just can do resume of what we said.
So you can just go back in the stream and listen to what you said.
Yeah. So that
But
is
I will
actually
for any reason I will translate.
okay. Thank you.
Яна заговорила, що питання, чому ваше лист звернення це про частини для побудови лабораторії для свого производства, а не просто попросити у нас Mavic чи Matrix. От. Але потім ми зрозуміли, що ми вже з вами це обсудили, да? Змінюються наші нужди.
Але я можу доповнити. Чи
Okay.
можу я доповнити, так?
Yes, I want to.
Okay, so why now is changing that we also need Mavics and Matrix, all of this kind of technique, but parts and equipment, this is very important too, because parts we can move, we can fix parts of our drones, we can fix our equipment, we can change something if something is not good for our field now, because sometimes products from companies are not good for war at all, that we need to change video, which we need to change radio, change camera, we need change all of this stuff, and the company just give us maybe X frame, X frame, or something else and we ask people, help us, please. Can you just faster help us bring bring us some of these parts, because it will be faster. We will share this with many people, you know.
I can paint a picture quickly, and then maybe the viewers can understand it a little bit better. Imagine you are, for instance, in a CUSP, a control command
post.
bunker. Yeah. So you're in a command post, and you are seeing that the enemy, there's a vehicle coming, armored vehicle towards your positions. Yeah. And you have no FPVs to be able to go and stop that. You can see it's coming. You know what the repercussions and the loss of life is going to be. But there's no FPVs available, which means that you've got no way to defend yourself. So to counterlever that feeling, that is why we are heavily relying on donations, on equipment, manufacturing ourselves, making it ourselves, integrating what parts are available. Yes, it might have a camera XT7 today, but tomorrow we're going to put something else because we see that it works better. So taking all of that to eliminate that feeling, that loss of life, that's the only objective of most of command, not only command, but for drone pilots as well. So to be able to mix and match parts, to see what's available in Ukraine, to be able to build and to make sure that our positions do not run out of that. So that is why the innovation is there. That is why the manufacturing is there. Because we've seen in the past, we've learned from past experiences. America dried us out for 8 months. We don't want to be in that scenario anymore. We don't want to be in a scenario where if there's no aid from Europe, that we would stop defending ourselves and lose the amount of people we've lost. And that's the reason why we, and I can say we, as Ukrainian ZSU, are manufacturing, tailor making, changing, adapting. Because if we do not adapt, we see the direct result of 200s on the field. It's not an accounting sheet that, or a pie in the sky of, oh, maybe it's got, no. If we don't have it, we lose people. We lose life. We lose people that we know, people that we invested time in, people that we train, people with families and children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Need to process that.
Sorry.
Була мова про те, що змінюється. Чому потрібно змінювати запчастини? Тому що не може бути так, що на полі бою, наприклад, на КСП потрібно знищити якусь техніку, їде якась техніка, йде штурм, йде щось, а у нас на полі бою виявляється там 100 дронів неробочих, тому що нам прислали якусь дурню. І ми виробнику пишемо, кажемо: о, виробник, ти там щось зробив не так, типу, будь ласка, зміни щось нам. Ні, це не так. Типу, ми беремо на місці, в майстерні, змінюємо все, що нам треба, і так робимо.
Я б навіть сказав, що ми до того, як дрони попадають на поле бою, ми їх всі, абсолютно всі до єдиного, ми їх перевіряємо. Якщо потрібно, встановлюємо, а це в більшості дронів потрібно встановлювати свою прошивку, свої системи захисту від РЕП, свої відеоканали. І тільки після тестувань ми відправляємо їх на поле бою, тому що там це все, від цього залежить життя наших військових, наших побратимів і посестер.
So another serious question is that everything what guys get from like drones, all drones, especially FPV, they have to check every one of them. And I can say yes, I was in such test in 67 in the lab and in area where they allowed me to be in testing this. So every one FPV have to be tested. And I remember that in 67 said that 10%, one of 10 drones have to be rewritten in bio. So
Reprogram in BIOS.
reprogram or fixed some parts of it. So like 10% that they are not useful from first time. So you cannot just push anything which is coming from any manufacturer, from volunteers, from everywhere, from government. They cannot just come in front and be used immediately. So labs of Brigade, they already have to put their time and energy for checking all drones. And
It's
when
like
they produce, the reason to produce by themselves, because we know where these parts are the same, where connections are the same, it can lower this percent of equipment which take time for repairing.
like any good soldier, you will not go, to the front line or to a fight without checking that your gun is operational and working 100% and oiled in the right parts, and you've got the right ammunition, and your ammunition is clean and ready to be used. It's the same for any drone team. It's the same for any drone battalion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Да, і переходячи на тему власне виробництва, чому why we need to manufacture FPV fixed wings? Because окей, я українською скажу. Тому що це дозволяє нам, по-перше, здешевити саму конструкцію, досягти того, щоб не витрачати багато грошей. Можете перекласти.
At first, what about producing fixed wings? Yeah. At first, it's to do production more cheaper and easier.
Друге, це те, що ми кладемо ті запчастини, відео, зв'язок, камери, ті, які буквально зараз, вчора або сьогодні працюють, тому що через тиждень вони можуть перестати працювати. І замовляти нові мільйонні поставки важко, практично неможливо.
Угу. А чому можуть перестати працювати?
В зв'язку з швидким темпом руху технологій. Так само, як ворог робить нові реби, і ми мусимо їх обходити для того, щоб виконувати свої бойові завдання.
Окей, в одну минутку. So second is all parts which we put in drones, like for connection, for video. Today they can work, tomorrow no, and we have to order new parts, and it's not easy to order something which costs millions for portion of production. Why they can? I asked, why they can not work tomorrow, and guy said because orgs also they change their
Firmware. No?
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Like the programming code part.
Yes. So every day you have to be prepared. So easier to go in this fixed wings drones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
I think
to build by themselves, because they can change this specification.
Yeah.
And then just quickly to add on to that, sorry for jumping in. Fixed wing, because it's aerodynamically better to fly, your payload will be more. So you don't have you can have a higher yield of explosive. With a fixed wing, it's easier to sustain flight than it is with a quadricopter. Remember that.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
No,
go ahead.
That Viper said that quadricopters need more energy to bring that quadricopter somewhere, and it's not aerodynamically at all. It's just battery and and some explosive, and just in air is very not sustainable, and it's very good said Viper that fixed wings are more sustainable in fly, and it can fly more deeper, and it can more damage for orcs. And orcs starting to think that that they are on vision. They are that we are see them, and they changing roads, they're changing their missions, and it's starting to help us to collect our drones, our lives, troops, and all of this stuff we can collect. We have time. It's very common to have time on battles.
Time is life.
Yes.
And anybody that's been in contact will tell you that.
I think something that you mentioned earlier, Viper, and it's something that I think a lot of people kind of miss out or forget about, right? Because a lot of what you see in the media is the drone videos where invaders get killed, right? But we sit on the other side where we lose guys because of drones like that.
Yeah.
So for us, it is as much as those videos are going around in the Ukrainian space, this same videos just from the other side are going around in the Russian space. I was
Yes.
when I was in Ukraine, I was at Bodro Clinic, and I'm sitting there talking to a guy from the 67th who showed me the Russian video of how his vehicle got blown up. That's the reason he's sitting in Bodro Clinic for rehab. So for us, drones and this innovation, it is so crucial because it is about keeping the guys alive. All of us here have lost people. A lot of you guys in the community knew Pete, and I know how much that affected all of you. And you guys didn't even work with him or know him personally. So imagine that pain, and imagine that every single time one of our guys dies, there's an entire family, an entire community, entire village, and a country that feels that pain every single time we lose someone. So, yeah, also just thank you to Lisa for $15. And she says, thank you for the great work your team does, helping soldiers get what they need for the fight. Thank you. And it's thanks to donors like you that we can do that. And then also, we got a $10 donation from Keith, one of our awesome moderators. And he says, thank you for the great stream and conversation. Much love and respect to our warriors, Business, America, and Viper. Thank you for your service. So, yeah.
Yeah. You must remember that not only Russians sees the same videos, but we see it as well. We also got assets, and we see when we lose somebody. We see when we lose a vehicle. We see when there's injuries. We see all of that. As part of a command, you've got access to it. And I mean, Elena has seen me sometimes sit in the morning, and then I'm busy checking my team 70 kilometers from the front line, busy doing clearance missions. And if there's something goes wrong, you see it. It's got an effect on you. But then on the flip side of it, we see when they are successful. We share in when my team a week ago did the unthinkable and managed to go and clear 2 streets and take out a huge Russian position. And so that again brings that you're not just doing it for doing it, but to pay them back in dividends is one of the best feelings that I always say. Ukraine will, long after this war, still need to not only reconstruct property, but the people will need to learn how to live again because, yeah, it's difficult. It's not easy.
Mhm.
Yes, and all of this stuff just happened because somebody of named Russia can do it. So our experience, we can share it experience with different countries, different nations, different peoples. So our so if people helping now for us, we can share for them our experience how to defend their nations, their peoples, their countries, and their homes, their families, and all of people that want to live. So we all need to be together because common, no, not common, ціль, як буде ціль?
Goal.
Goal.
Goal of Russia to make all of us different. That we are not together. We are not sharing each other help. That we are not connected. Russia want to make some of these steps every day, every hour, every minute. They're making something to disconnect us from peoples.
Mhm.
And they in Ukraine they do something like bomb. They bomb cities. They bomb our positions. They bomb our солдатів. They are making they are making by bombs. In another country they are making this with propaganda.
Mhm.
They're making this with that Ukraine are not sustainable, that Ukraine is not ready or something, that Ukraine need to здатися, ну, тобто капітулювати. That Ukraine need to capitulate, but it's not true. We are Ukrainians and we will share with all of nations and all of countries how to defend themselves. They need this. We see this.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I just think, yeah, it's people needs to stand together. The world needs to stand together against tyrants, against um, people that's intentions is to destroy and to break. And it's again, it comes back to the old way of history has shown multiple times that evil will not prevail. I mean, it cannot prevail. And I always say our fight is always good against evil. And when we pray at night, we pray against the invaders that's trying to break our our country's sovereignty. And I think, yeah, we need to stand together. And as long as good will stand together, I mean, we will vanquish evil. And that is the model of the story when it comes to Russia. Um, do I think that every soldier that's crossing the border is evil? No, I don't. But he made a life choice and he made the choice to cross the border. And then, I mean, it's not like they're unarmed. If they are unarmed, I would always say to my guys, listen, we capture, we. But at the end of the day, I think you made a choice in life and making choices in life, but we as Ukraine will stand together, and that's a bond that Russia will never break, for sure not.
I do just want to say, you saying that those guys made the choice to cross the border into Ukraine. I know there are people, usually not in our chat, but there are people who say no, but they were conscripted. To those people, I just want to say, okay, Ukraine's combat I Want to Live project, which they launched so that invaders can surrender, did basically a study of all the Russian prisoners of war. And out of them, 76% of them voluntarily joined the war. Okay? That is the majority of the Russian army. But if you look at what you see online, you see, oh no, but the poor Russians are conscripts. Cool.
No, they got
24%.
money. They got money for it. I made a decision to come to Ukraine and fight in Ukraine. I mean, I made that decision knowing that if my life is lost, my life is lost. I know that. That's reality for me. You don't go to Ukraine from their side and think you're going to do a shopping spree. Come on, it's not reality, guys. What?
No.
So they know. And again, I think Sperber, amazing what you said there. Children makes mistakes, adults makes decisions, and you live by your decisions.
Yeah. But I just wanted to put that statistic out there in case anyone watches this and thinks they need to feel sorry for the invaders. Like, please don't. Okay. Going through my list. We did discuss the fact that with this manufacturing you guys are doing, it will help you guys to cut off enemy logistics at a distance of 30 to 50 kilometers from the front line. And that will help save the lives of your infantry. Okay. It is a bit like a repeat of what people already said, but could you guys explain how logistics affect the pressure of artillery and the conditions on the front, and how this keeps, and how breaking that logistics line keeps infantry safer?
I don't want always to talk. So
Halinotska.
I'm
Helena,
looking
can I
where
translate
did
this?
where
Okay,
did you
okay.
get
Okay.
question?
Let me, I'm going to send you this quickly.
Може тобі дати слово?
Так, що я буду сказати?
Не знаю, зараз вони перекладуть.
Ну,
Okay,
добре.
Halinot, I'm going to send it to you in our chat that I need to find.
Okay. When
There
we
we go.
have minute, you can
Yes.
see that we have wings on our flag. It's not usual thing. We have wings. We need wings for different.
And we actually we didn't start this stream about why we're in this stream. I will explain questions which Jana said, yeah, but I want just to do clear. Maybe I miss too much coffee, you know. But why today, guys from 77 at our stream? Because usually we spoke a lot with or Viper from 42 or guys from 67. Yeah, why today we open these questions with guys of 77? Because it's a new step for Project Konstantin to start support 77 Brigade, this special battalion, this special production of drones. For now, we say to guys, look, we can support in supplying like list which we have, and probably we will post this list and remind it in all our links.
Channels. Yeah.
But our deep and honest wish is to continue supply and to do this unit effective. Goal of Project Konstantin from beginning not to spare supply during all the line, yeah, but to take small teams and to do them maximum effective. It's what we did with 67, what we did with 42 brigades, special, not all brigade, but drone battalion,
Yeah.
mechanized infantry battalion. Yeah, so 2 battalion. It's not like a lot of people, but still it's something about 500 people for now we are supplying, yeah, and we would like to do more, but for sure we are limited in money. As normal situation in Ukraine, Ukrainians never have money. Ask everyone, they never have just dollars, but we say no. What, I have to change dollars? No, I don't have money, just dollars. So our goal is to show you that we are in you our step. For now, it's short list in several positions. We will post it to supply production. But we have hopes that we will cooperate more and deeper, just with your help and in hope for your donation. So that's why this long interview with so detailed explanation what guys are doing, because they're doing this for us, for Ukrainians, they're doing this for our continent, and I understand, and you today understand that we are like pioneers, yeah, we are opening something for all the world in this war. So I really hope for our with you cooperation, Project Austin and all donators, yeah, and with our guys. And now I will translate from Яна. Окей. Як порушення логістики впливає на тиск артилерії та умови на передовій? Як це сприяє захисту піхоти? Порушення, тобто дрони Fixed Winds, вони дуже ефективні для порушення логістики орків. Правильно я розумію? Як це впливає взагалі на умови на передовій?
Ну, на це питання я дам відповідь, мабуть. Ну, скажу так, що якщо ми почнемо при завданні ударів на відстані 50 кілометрів, 30-50 кілометрів від лінії бойового зіткнення, воно є дуже важливим, тим самим, що ми знаходимо там, розвідка виявляє склади боєприпасів, підвезення боєприпасів, підвезення особового складу, підвезення пального для дизельних і бензинових генераторів, підвезення, ну раніше було старлінків, зараз все одно вони шукають якісь альтернативні зв'язки. Тобто всі ці, все це ураження цих цілей порушує постачання на передову і знижує боєздатність підрозділів ворога.
I will read from answers, okay? Sorry, my English. I see that it's 2 questions here. Striking logistics 30-50 kilometers from the line of combat contacts is critically important because ammunition depots, fuel supplies. I'm still not driving.
That word, the thing that one.
And reserves are concentrated there. Hitting these targets disrupts frontline supply, reduced combat capability, and forces the enemy to spend time on rescues on recovery. This creates a strategic advantage as it significantly weakens the enemy without direct engagement. Okay, I would like to know. Like,
Okay,
30%.
can I explain it quickly in layman terms? Okay, so
Translate Halina from English to English.
Okay, to explain pretty much.
Yeah, sorry, Habushka. Yesterday was Valentine's Day, and actually, it was starting of our dates with my husband before engagement, and I remember that we could speak just through Yana, because first days Yana had to translate his English to my English. And today, 1 year later, Babushka translating my English to all world English.
Okay, so to put it in layman terms, what we're talking about. If we can disrupt like fuel depots, if we hit a fuel depot, obviously everybody knows, without fuel, it means that they cannot mechanically move. Without fuel, they cannot provide charging for stations for the drone teams. They cannot provide charging stations for the command, and that disrupt a lot of the logistics. Logistics means that the um, artillery systems will not be able to get shells, which means if there's no shells, they cannot hit our positions. It also means that we can hit artillery depots or where the weapon systems are held or where the ammunition are held. You can't kill somebody without bullets. You can't kill somebody out without shells. They cannot take RPG-7 heads and fly their Mavics or whatever FPV they use into to eliminating us. And also, which is important, is their drone teams normally sits quite far back from the front line. It's not a front; they're not close to the front line, which means we can utilize that and hit their drone positions. Now, to hit their drone positions is very important because that would eliminate to get a good drone pilot takes 6 months of training. So that would eliminate their capability. And if we can cripple their capability, we can then start moving forward. We can start gaining momentum in the battlefield. And that's very, very important. So that's the reason why we want to strike that deep. There's always people that watch the channel and know me will know I always speak about from the 20-kilometer to about 40-50 kilometers. That is where most of the combat needs to happen, because on zero line to zero line, it's not as easy with movement. It's not as easy with mechanized movement. So that's why we need to hit there. If we can hit in that area, we can eliminate almost 90% of what the threat is to us. Yes, further deep strikes are very important as well, but that is done on a much higher level than that's not area operational specific like Norza that does deep strikes. He will tell you they are moved every day, every second day, and that's the reason why we need to hit there.
I do want to say we did get some donations in. We got from Andreas, we got $10. Andreas is bankrupting himself. He says, I am a little broke now, more broke now, but you got me. PK 100% on point. Together we will overcome the shadow of the evil neighbor. And I think I didn't read. Yeah, here's Tune's donation as well of $10. And she
There are
says,
no small donations. All of help is appreciating and good. It's very. Thank you very much.
and that is, it's like you can read what she wrote, because she wrote, it's not much, but I hope it is helping. Heroyam Slava.
Yes.
So
Amazing.
I do then also just want to Lisa replied to what Halina was explaining about how we work like committed to like battalion size guys, and she says it's great you work closely with 77th, 67th and 42nd, as the soldiers know how to best use money to get what they need. That is true, but also the other thing is they know if they ask us something, they know we can help, right? That is also one of the big reasons we stick to small. We start small and then we know, okay, we're getting more donations, we now have a bigger donor base that we can adopt another unit, because we know we are now able to help them as well without neglecting other people.
But also, it's not a constant need. People need to understand that. So, beginning of this year,
not a constant need. Vehicles, quad bikes.
Yeah, that's always a constant need for that.
Cases. What does financing look like?
But guys need to understand. No, but I mean like to set up a position. Yes, equipment. There is a constant need, but the initial input for the unit is quite big because it's a. For instance, if you want to start a new drone position, you're talking at about 200,000 to 400,000 hryvnia just to get the basic equipment for them. I'm not even talking more expensive equipment. That's just one drone position. I mean, we've got 21, 22 drone positions sometimes. So to understand that, that's just giving a drone. It's not even going to be able to keep these guys in long-term flight because you need to buy extra batteries. You need to buy charging station. It's just a continuous thing. But at the end of the day, what's nice is, yeah, that it does once it's established, it's maintaining, and maintaining is cheaper than initial outset. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, just
Thank you.
1 second. Sorry, guys, we're just doing some background stuff here. Let's do. Okay, so we are reaching the end of our stream because we told the guys 1.5 hours maximum because we know everyone, like you guys, are busy from tired after work and everything. So I'm going to skip through a bunch of questions and skip to basically about why the specific mobile production position, what is the advantages of that? And also, what are the general categories of equipment that's needed to scale the production without you guys providing like specific like operational security stuff? So, Halinoch, будь ласка.
Які переваги надає мобільне виробництво? Переваги для бригади. Масштабування – це шосте питання.
Так. Діло в тому, що саме бригада має, які переваги? Переваги в тому, що багато, ми вже трохи говорили про, на прикладі FPV, це завжди воно більш фіксоване, воно йде більш фіксоване і, наприклад, своє виробництво, масштабування свого виробництва дозволить забезпечити не один маленький наш підрозділ, а забезпечити декілька підрозділів і розгорнути ще більше вогневих позицій, які зможуть вести ураження ворожих об'єктів, плюс вести розвідку, що значно допоможе нашій піхоті легше переносити бойові дні, які, наприклад, без цього всього дуже важко для нашої піхоти на передньому краю.
Я переведу. Yeah. In brigade level, to scale manufacture, it's useful in several reasons. One, так, але поки ви грили, я забула. Давайте ще раз. Перше.
Давай, може, ти...
Перекласти?
Так, я
Okay, so can I explain?
Can I
So
explain it?
in the brigade level, some production fixed by companies, it's not reliable for us. We are making now mobile manufacturing because it can not just make for us some fixed wings. That fixed wings can be used by different positions and different teams. It's not our team. but different teams call us and say, please give us some of your fixed wings. We need to watch. We need to
Reconnaissance.
we need reconnaissance. We need bomb something that we don't bomb by FPV drones, quadrocopters. So it's more sustainable model, that manufacturing on small points it's more sustainable because orcs cannot bomb some big manufacturer. Orcs cannot bomb that manufacturer and it explode. We can make different small manufacturers on different places, and all of these places can make its model. We starting with our small manufacturing, and we will provide it for brigade level. Yes. Also,
І ще одне хочу сказати, що діло в тому, що ми починаємо те чи інше проекти певні свої, ми починаємо дивлячись на поле бою. Тобто ми живемо майже щодня, ми живемо в районі бойових дій і періодично нас ротуємося. Так само ми виходимо на виконання бойових задач. Ми бачимо поле бою безпосередньо своїми очима, і тоді вирішуємо, як нам краще покращити своє становище і зломити і переломити хід війни в інший бік.
Guys, as all soldiers, they have missions and they go to combat field by themselves and they see situation by themselves. They see how situation is changing and they can quickly do decision and adjust technologies and adjust their technique to changes which they see in every mission. So this mobile manufacturer has full connection with situation and with needs, which also can be changed.
І чому важливо саме мобільні позиції, так як ми зараз це бачимо з нашим новим проектом, тобто, щоб не було сталої позиції, для того, щоб ворогу було важче нас виявити та знищити. Тобто, ще більше маскування.
This mobile standard which they started gives them opportunity to be hidden and to be more secure from enemies, because they can move quickly, they can collect stuff and go in another place. And as soon as orcs fixed their position, they can change it quickly.
І так як нас набагато менше, ніж орків, то ми мусимо брати хитрістю. Вони йдуть кількістю, ми мусимо брати хитрістю, і тому постійно ми стараємося розвиватися і продумувати на декілька кроків вперед. Тому що якщо ми цього не будемо робити, то нас дуже легко буде знищити.
As we know, in amount there are 4 times more orcs than Ukrainian soldiers. That's why we have to be not one step, but 10 steps advanced to understand what's going on, what it will be. We have to take not by our amount, but take by our
Brain.
brain, yeah. And to adjust the situation very quickly.
Yeah.
Дякую.
I do want to say thank you to David for the $15. And he says, for
Thank you,
the
David.
cause, Slava Ukraine.
Героям слава.
Героям слава.
Slava.
Okay, awesome. Guys, any last questions from chat? Before we let our guys go and
scaling, just to explain, I saw one of the users scale that up with Europe. Not so easy to scale up with Europe because, again, once you scale, by the time you scale, there's already 2 or 20 different other changes that you need to do. That's why it's just it's yes, the basics you can scale, but when it comes to the technology, it's ever changing.
Yeah.
And I want to quickly answer the questions in comments. So a drone team is a battalion. I remember the number 22. We had campaign 22 or campaign named Tatiana in honor of our director of project Konstantin Tatiana, who was died in 23rd year. So why campaign 22 and what it was? During 1.5 year, we had fundraising for equipment of 22 position of drone battalion for 67 brigade. We still are doing this job because when we started it was 150 people, now it's 250 people, and we still cover their needs. If we equipped teams, small teams in battalion, but as you could hear today, a lot of things they have to be replaced or we bought a lot of cars for 67 and they have to be some of them were exploded, but some of them we were fixed by donations from PK, still do remote for them. So it was campaign which we started, Pete started it in June of 24. Just before he died. It was almost last his video for speaking with donators. But from this time, we grew from supplying of one battalion, one brigade, to supplying several battalions and small units. And you can see all this information in our website, in our Twitter and Instagram, and you can see our reports. Now it's monthly. We did this like previously we did this once in 6 months or then one in year, but now it's monthly report how your donations are work
Spent.
for supply are spent for helping to the so for now we are in full helping to drone battalion of 67 and first
Motorized Infantry Battalion of the 42nd Brigade.
difficult words for me in English. And from
Mochoti.
today, what?
Mochotny infant. What?
Мотопехотный.
Motobichotny. Yeah.
For you,
4-2. 4-2.
4-2. So, and we also want to help guys from 77 to do mobile production of drones, which they open, and we are in like startup step. Yeah.
Yeah. Super. Do you guys want to add anything?
Хочеш щось сказати напослідок? Передай якийсь меседж свій.
Так. Ну, навіть не готовий так, щоб зразу, але ми завжди будемо вдячні тим, хто допоможе. Кожен донат ваш допоможе захистити максимум наших домів. Навіть самий маленький донат може захистити максимум наших домівок, максимум наших сімей. І, в принципі, це кожен навіть найменший донат наближає нас до перемоги. Слава Україні!
Героям слава.
Героям слава.
Слава!
Я приведу. Да. What I could say right now is that every your donation will work, even the smallest donation, but we don't use this word because we don't believe in small donations. Yeah, they all are very valuable. They will work for maximum job of defending our homes and our country. So it's how it works. And we are very grateful.
Speaking of grateful, we just got a donation in from Kai. Viper and I met him in Kyiv.
Yeah.
Donated 54 Swiss francs. Do the Swiss still use francs? Yes. And I cannot pronounce this, so I'm going to send his comment to Halina, and she's going to pronounce it and translate it for us.
Об'єднані заради перемоги. United for
Till
Victory.
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 United until victory.
Yes.
Так.
Добре. Super.
Разом до перемоги.
Разом до перемоги.
Разом
до
до
перемоги.
перемоги.
And Andrea said, good start, thank you, business and America.
Thank you.
Guys, I do want to tell you a short joke. When I told one of our friends / volunteers that I told him Business in America's call sign, and he said, "Is their commander called Trump?" So
He won't last long, for sure not.
It's American business in Ukraine. Oh,
Yeah.
America.
So yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you to everyone who watched this. Thank you for everyone who donates. To our defenders, Viper, America Business, stay safe, be safe, and yeah, thank you so much, guys.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
very much.
Thank you.
Great
Guys.
honor to have you like guest. За честь мати вас сьогодні гостями. Та нехай Господь вас береже.
Дякую.
Дякуємо і вас, хай береже Господь. Слава Україні, слава героям, слава нації.
Смерть
Смерть
ворогам.
ворогам!
Україна понад усе.
Понад усе!
I think those are our last words. Because Sperber
Yes.
was like one of Sperber said famous last words, and then we just did the entire thing. So thank you guys. Thank you all for watching, and good night. Bye.
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 Okay.